All right. What is up, everyone? Welcome back. Here we are, A2 qualifying show here. We got started a couple seconds before 5 here. So welcome into anybody who is watching here. We have 250 Group B wrapping up here. It looks like Talon Hawkins there, the 35, is fastest in this session for them. And he looks to be 14th place, so he's in here. We've got our first triple crown here of the year. San Francisco, full-blown mutter. San Diego, partial mutter. And now we're back to A2, which is a triple crown. So we're going to get into race number 5 here next week, which is going to be Detroit. And we're not going to really have a good grasp on who is, who's really where yet. As Brayton said a number of times, we're kind of just waiting to see who shows up. Welcome to everybody there. If there's any issues hearing me, just let me know in the comments, please. Outside of that, welcome in everybody. We are going to we're going to spend the next hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes together, because we're going to go all the way through the LCQs here. So right now they're just showing the top 20 in qualifying time. So it looks like, sorry, rough on Saturday here. Looks like 18th place, Lance Kobush there, is on the bubble for getting in right now. Doesn't look like anybody else. Poor Billy Laninovich. I want to see that guy make one here. I really want to see him make one. Maybe he'll make it in here. Oh, there's Deegan Hepp in 39th. Shout out to that guy with that crazy story in San Francisco. They're making the main. Patty Dune, thank you for letting me know I sound okay. I get worried every single week. Oh, cool. They're showing the 24-hour race here. Rolex 24 hours at Daytona. God, look at those cars. I'm a big supercar and hypercar guy now, so seeing these race cars here, super duper cool. They must be in some sort of caution. They must have had a wicked crash. I'm going to go watch some of that tomorrow morning here, kind of see how that is. I've never really been into endurance racing. Anybody been into endurance racing that's out there? Anybody? I know there's only 7 of you watching right now, but we appreciate all 7 of you. Got my beverage of choice here for the afternoon. Little Captain, a little bit of cola there. Just sipping. Studio's at the house here, so we don't have to drive anywhere, because drinking and driving is bad. But anyway, we're gonna enjoy some tasty adult beverages here, and kind of keep an eye on qualifying here, really try to see who's in, who's out, and yeah, go from there. So next week, just so everybody knows, we are going to try to do a live during second qualifying, but we're actually going to be at the race. I'm pretty pumped. I've bought a microphone that plugs right into the phone, so I have a little lapel mic. So we're going to try to do a live. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to set up the camera or anything like that with being in the stadium, because they're not going to let me take a tripod and everything in. So we're just going to have to try our best there to do a live stream next week for second qualifying there. But real positive note with that is I did test the lapel mic today. Super cool. It was $6 and it works great. Got it off Amazon. I was walking around talking real softly into it and it picked up just fine. Who's going to top the charts? Great question there, Patrick. I'm not sure in this 250 class. Kitchen looked really, really good earlier. Look at JT in his purple shirt. You know, that's a good looking dude right there. For a 5'0" guy, it's a good looking guy there. He's on that hard cut. Look at those biceps just busting through that purple shirt. How did he end up with purple? That's what I want to know. How does he have purple? All the other ones are black. I'm confused. I do kind of like that purple. I actually have a purple dress shirt just like that. So maybe I can get my hands on one. Ha! Kidding. No way. No way. We are not that friendly with them. Anyway, welcome in everyone. I appreciate everybody who's watching. Appreciate y'all liking, commenting, subscribing. You guys have been great here. We've had a really, really great reaction to doing the live streams and everything. Lots of viewers, lots of people watching it even after we post it. So thanks for that. The reaction videos, again, you guys have been great with watching those. That's been absolutely huge. Big news of the week here. We can just kind of touch on it. We'll talk about it in the main show too when the other guys are here. But we've got the Anderson Jetson battle continuing here. Basically, for anybody who hasn't seen, Anderson posted an Instagram post. Oh, and we're getting ready to start here. 250 Group A. And is that Juju? Oh man, look at that start by Juju. God, KTM's dialed. Oh, too wide. Too wide. And Kitchen's out front there. Track this weekend. Super interesting. I think they got a little gun shy because there was a slight possibility earlier in the week of rain. So they took the over-under bridge out because the over-under bridge would be a nightmare if we had rain for some reason. Now this section right here, the whoops, or the rhythm section, then this sweeping corner with like the rollers and then into the whoops. This is super interesting to me because I haven't seen something like that in a while on a track. Because it doesn't allow them to really set up for those whoops. So it's really a mess trying to watch them get through those whoops there. So, sorry guys, I'm real tired today. Apologize for the yawns there. I'm trying to bring as much energy as I can here. So, but it's been a long work week here, as I'm sure it has been for you guys. I'm excited to have Saturday here to watch the race. And there's Kitchen getting the green flag. Doesn't look like he's really on a heater here, though. I mean, maybe. We'll see. On, off, double. So Jet was going single over table and then tripling into that corner. And did anybody see Jet doing that wheel tap 4-4-2 or whatever in that first whoop section? That was gnarly. I think Jet's going to really throw down come second session there. Now, who's going to top the charts here in the 250s? I've been asked. I'm going to say Kitchen ends up getting it here since they've done some track work. It's real dusty. It's real hard packed here. I know they're talking about a bunch of traction underneath the crust, but if you don't break through that crust, this is just hard and slippery California dirt. So, got Jordan Smith and RJ Hampshire on screen here, and RJ's just been so doing RJ things this year. He started off strong there, obviously at A1 winning, but now it's just been 2 weeks in a row of just RJ things, man. Everybody's thought he's kind of matured, you know, he wouldn't be doing that, but I don't know, man. It's wild. It's really wild. Justin will say the track's basic. I don't think this track is that basic. There's definitely some interesting things. If you watched that 3 onto that table is huge, and they go on, off, and then that into this roller corner is weird. Let's see here. We got Juju on screen now. Juju has been wildly impressive between that first round and how he kind of came back. He rode okay last weekend. Wasn't great, but he rode okay. He wasn't really good in the mud. That's no surprise there. I mean, he's a Havasu kid, so what do we really expect? Does anybody think that RJ gets another win this year? I'm not sure, man. RJ's so good at doing RJ things that it's ridiculous. So, let's see here. So we got a little over 6 minutes left, or just under 7 minutes here. We got the top 4 are all in the 59s. So let's see if anybody picks up. Anybody in the 250 is going to drop to a 58 here. Ooh, that was good by RJ there. That was really good. 3 onto the table. Off. Boom. It's not... I don't know that that's a fast line on the 250 there. It's not that smooth. Like, you got to... he's really stretching to get that 3 on and stretching even farther to go off and then off again. So, I don't know. There might be a faster line there on the, as far as the 250s go. Like, that's the big line, but there might be a faster one. I'm not really sure. So, I like the original track map with the over-under. I really think that they got gun-shy about any possibility of rain, and that over-under bridge, like I said, would just be a nightmare if there was rain. So, because the week started off really wet too, which could have been part of it too. They might have just not had time to actually put it up. So, they've got the lights on RJ because he is overall fastest at this point. There's Marchbanks on screen now. I want to see Marchbanks get on the podium here in a dry race. That's what I want to see. If he gets on the podium in a dry race, I think he stands a good shot of possibly pulling off a win here this year. Now, will that happen? Who knows? But I think it's possible. Picked RJ for the win tonight. I mean, it's not a bad pick, but we'll see. Let's see here. We're watching Kitchen now on the PC bikes there. Fuck that corner up. Really screwed that corner up. That was a stretch. Bigger stretch on that quad. Nobody hit the deck yesterday during... Oops. Ugh. So nobody hit the deck in press day yesterday, so that was good. That's a big positive. Man, if Jordan Smith wins this title, it's gonna blow my mind. But I mean, then you've got next year defending, goes to 450s and probably doesn't do a whole lot because he's winning this title just by being the most consistent. That's the thing, is like a lot of these guys end up staying in this class for so long now that it's just like their time. Like if him or RJ won, it's just their time. That's all there is to it. There's not really a lot more to that than they've just been here so long. They're so used to what happens and what it takes, and then they get just a little bit of luck. And speaking of luck, the guy with no luck, Joe Schmoda, probably win the next 3 races, to be honest with you, because he's out of this title here. So thanks everybody who is watching right now, all 19 of you. Really appreciate it. Share it with your friends. Tell your friends to go live here. I don't know if we're better than the commentators on the television, but oh, look at the leg swag by Joe. That a boy, Sushi. Little sushi roll there with the leg swag. What a guy. Oh, Juju, the 929. Oh, whoa. Body English. I think that triple there right before the finish is a little bit bigger than what it really looks like, too, because there were a lot of guys in first practice that were like Jet overjumped it in first qualifying there, which was weird. So I don't know, we'll see. All right, so on the bubble right now, Cole Thompson 102.7. He should be okay, because I think everybody else has decent times at this point that's in this group, so he should be okay. Just a reminder to everybody, we're gonna be on this live for like an hour and a half, hour and 45, and we're gonna go all the way through the LCQs here. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody for watching. Anyone is better than RC and you don't like wheelbarrows. I mean, if you have a 50-pound wheelbarrow and you put another 200 pounds in it, that wheelbarrow now weighs 250 pounds. Okay, that's all I'm saying. All right, and these guys right now, because it's dry out there, they're just pushing around 50-pound wheelbarrows. But if they water the track, then we could end up with like some 150-pound wheelbarrows that we got to push around. There's good old Phil. Oh, I love Phil. I love Phil. Need to see Phil jump the jumps. Just jump the jumps, guys. That's all there is to it. I see a lot of you guys must also be Pulp people also, because there's a lot of inside jokes from Pulp that come through in the comments section. And I am also an avid Pulp listener. I get a lot of good info from there. So, alright, and Juju's jumping, half skimming, jumping, half skimming. So, anybody got any thoughts on how his counterpart will do? We're going to talk about this on the main show, but we got East Coast Supercross firing up next week for one round. So we'll see Tom Vial on the Red Bull KTM for the 250 class. I heard he is training with Marv, and he is Marvin Muskin 2.0 in the whoops at this point. So, let's see here. So, Blair is currently 5th with a 1 minute 00.026. So he is just short of that 59-minute mark. I don't know if this track's getting faster, if it's getting slower. Ah, Sushi's down. Come on, Joe. Beaumare does not improve. So I don't think the track's getting any faster. I'll be surprised to see anybody go faster in this one, which means we're basically kind of set in here. So we got about a minute left here. Maybe somebody wicks it up, rips one here, but it's highly doubtful. Mathis, best mechanic to ever do it. Well, I'm not sure. No Veal. Hey Travis, if Peak Eli, Peak Jet, Peak Hurlings, and Peak Prado all race the season outdoors, no injuries, who would win? Great question. Not 100% sure. The thing is going that fast, like Hurlings would probably set the pace, but chances of Hurlings making it through the whole season without hitting the deck trying to go that fast are very, very slim. So you have basically the other three there Um, so also Coop for the win tonight, but Jet and Roxon probably also win mains. Look, I'm going with either Kenny or Eli tonight for 450s here. As much as I'd really like to see Jet, but one thing I have to say is they have to stop Jet. If Jet comes out and wins tonight, they're in trouble. They're in real big trouble, because then Jet just goes, well, you know, we had two kind of mutters and I didn't do so well, but as long as we're in stadiums here, we're fine. So, or it's dry, we're fine. So, I don't know. Looks like time is up here. I don't know what. Apparently Levi's just taking an extra lap. So, that's interesting. Okay. All right. Oh, look at that wheelie swag through the whoops there, bud. Yeah. Killing it. Killing it. This is funny. He like went around the flagger and now he's just like taking a victory lap. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. Let's see here. Math is legend in his own lunchbox. That's 100% true. Eli for the win tonight. I can't. Eli's so good at these triple crowns, but then again, so is Kenny. And then again, Jet did figure it out last year, so it wouldn't surprise me if he could figure it out. And then again, and then again, and then again, and that's going to be the theme of all night. All right, so top 5, all in the 59-second range there. Let's see here. 18th place, Cole Thompson makes it in. Yoder, Bourdon, Max Miller, Talon Hawkins, all of them are in. Robbie Wageman, Parise, Nicoletti. Sweet. So we don't really have anybody crazy in the LCQ. It's kind of all guys you would expect to see in the LCQ for tonight. So, okay, that'll happen. So yeah, so we'll talk about that when we get there. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. For anybody who doesn't know here, we have some new merch, some Team VRM merch out for anybody with that vet rider mentality, which means you want to make it through the race day and get back to work here. There are links down below. I'm not sure if they show up on the live show or not. I know they're on the main videos, so I know I just ordered a shirt the other day because I haven't even ordered samples of them. I literally created them and just kind of put them there and was like, okay, cool. There is another local guy to Michigan here, Patrick Weiler or something. He ordered one. I think I'm saying his name right. If I'm not, it's Patrick Weiler, I believe. But anyway, he ordered one and looks good. So it fits good. So thanks to him for doing that. Anybody else you want to help the show out here, make sure to go order some merch, man. There are links in the descriptions of all the videos. I'll put links in this video description after we post it here, after we're done hanging out for the next couple of hours. And now we have the infamous Peacock. Oh, never mind, it's gone. All right, and we got RJ is our fastest here. Let's see. Let's unmute this and see what RJ has to say here.
Answer your fastest qualifier here overall. We've got Haley Shanley down on the track with him right now.
RJ Hampshire, you know the speeds were on your side last weekend. You're bringing that momentum into this weekend, but
sorry guys, I'm listening to this here, so we'll just see what he has to say.
Keep that speed up into the night program.
Just be consistent tonight. Track stuff.
Which is rough for him.
So, and just pick off my laps, see good starts. Try how I know how. It's a lot of fun out there. Yeah, it's tough, but
I'm not sure that you know how to ride consistently.
Out there, RJ Hampshire.
Well, I mean, he just said exactly what's happening. It's just you gotta click the laps off. You gotta just get your start and get going. Tomac, 7 Triple Crown wins, 50% of all Triple Crowns. That's nuts. Man, he is. He's so good at these, which is crazy because he's so good at just that long, consistent riding there of getting through the entire main, the entire moto, whatever. So the fact that he's also good at these sprints is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Whole season of Triple Crowns? Absolutely not. Triple Crowns are cool. I've been to them in person. I've watched them on TV, all that stuff. I think they've dialed it in more and more and more with timing and everything. But it's not something I want to see all the time. I wish what they did was a separate, a legitimate separate point series and purse money for the Triple Crowns, so it was like somewhat of a series within a series. I think that would make things much more interesting. And I also think like there should be extra points for wins, things like that, to try to make it more interesting. All right, 450 Group A, here we go. And ooh, look at Dylan there. And AP, ooh, oh, AP is confident, baby. AP getting that holy here in the fake start, man. He could be dangerous, dude. He could be real dangerous here. Look at Jet going through those whoops. Wow. Wow, that was impressive. He is so good at stuff sometimes. It's ridiculous. What's really crazy, too, is he's out front right now. Because Jet doesn't usually do this for practice. For anybody who's watched or been to a Supercross race and kind of watched, Jet usually just hangs out in the back and just chills out and gets himself an open track. So, on the bubble right now, we have Dean Wilson in 18th with a 1 minute 7:81 here. So, Dino on the bubble, which is crazy. You've got like Norin, AC. Man, there's guys who... There's going to be some dudes in this LCQ that we would not expect to see in an LCQ. So, you ship to Europe. You know, check out so we sell the shirts through Teespring right now. It's just the easiest thing and what we've had set up. I know there's better merchandisers out there, but for right now, that's just where we're at because I haven't had time to go through and figure anything else out. They might ship to Europe. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. So, I would... go to the website and see if you can do that, man. Like I said, there are links in all the video descriptions. If you go back to any of the shows or whatever, and we actually have the store shelf down below the video on the on all the videos there too. So you can definitely check that out. Really appreciate it. Watching from New Zealand, big fan Moto Aftermath show. Well, thank you, much appreciated. We appreciate all you guys. Love all you guys who are watching. All in on AP7, watching from Queens, Australia. Wow, you guys are all over. This is crazy. This is crazy. When we get another Desnations back in the States here, if you guys show up, we're usually at those. I believe the next one in the States here right now, the big rumor is Ironman in 25, I think. So if you guys do show up, you'll see us there. Make sure to stop us and say hi. There was a couple of you way back in the 2018 Redbud Desnations that we talked to. You guys stopped us and said hey. Super cool. Love meeting you guys. Any of you US based guys too. If you're ever at the races and you see us, you know, Redbud, Ironman, Detroit, Supercross, Indy Supercross, any of that, don't hesitate to stop us and be like, hey, watch your show. It's super cool. We love talking to you guys. We love meeting you guys. So please make sure that you do that. Here's a Saturday cheers to everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a good Saturday here watching the race. So, on top from that first qualifying session, Mookie there, 58.3. Man, that's a fast time. Super interested to see if anybody can get anywhere below that. So, run down here, top five. So, we got Mookie, 58.3. We've got Justin Cooper. That's weird also, 58.4. Jet in third with a 58.6. Rocks in fourth with a 58.9. And Sexton fifth with a 58.9. And then Tomac is now sixth with a 58.9999999. So, that is where we are at. You need to patent the VRM, love it. Well, look, I guess if anybody really wants to steal it, make it a big deal, go for it. We come up with all sorts of crazy stuff. Wait till you guys see the shirts I got coming for the Detroit race next week. Boy, do I got a shirt that's going to ruffle some feathers of people that are on the internet here. So, y'all, wait, oh, Jet cased that hard. So, all right, so we still got no real movement here in the top five. We're watching Jet and Chase right now. Bigger fan of Jet's kit right now than Chase's kit. I don't like the blue boots. The blue boots are weird to me, and especially because they're a slightly different blue than the blue on the gear here. So I'm out of that. Oh, Sexton jumps over Rocks in there with a 58.68. So he is now up to 4th there. The real question is, can anybody top Mookie from Q1? Mookie was flying, which this is good. This is what these Husky guys needed here, was something to talk about. I mean, they have had zero luck. If anybody watched the Weeds show from Press Day yesterday, he talked to him and he was like, "What do you got? Like, are you guys all right?" To him and Craig, and they're both like, "Yeah, we're good." And then he even made the joke of like, "Well, has anybody, have either of you made 2 laps like in a main?" And Craig's like, "Well, I made 9 the first one, but that's pretty much it." So we just being brutal with the questions. I don't think it was really brutal. I mean, it's just the truth. This season for the Husky team, absolutely terrible. Like full blown panic button. I mean, you've got neither guy really finishing mains. They're crashing. I mean, Mookie hasn't made it past like the start or the second straightaway in like 3 weeks, man. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. So it's good to see him up top here. Like that Husky team needs something. Coop out here wearing gear makes him look like he's working on an oil rig here. You know, don't let me fall off into the ocean. Like if I fall in the ocean, you can at least see me. So. Let's see. Still no movement here in the top 5. Scroll down. 18th place. Freeze jumped up to 18th there. So Freeze now on the bubble. Justin Hill, Wilson, Drake, Noren, Clayson, AC, Josh Hill, Robin, Henry Miller, Short, Rodriguez. All below that there. Let's see here. Chase on a heater here again. Let's see where he gets to. All right, 2 in. There's a 3. There's a don't know because I can't count because of the thing in the way. We're gonna hit this double into the triple here and around. Does he improve at all from his 58.6? 58.377. Okay. All right. Well, Chase is here to party also. So. All right, let's see here. There's Barsha. Anybody think Barsha gets a win this year? I don't really think Barsha gets a win, to be honest with you. I think he's up there and mixes it up here, but I don't really think he gets a win. We all are getting kind of excited here because we've had 3 winners in 3 rounds. But I still think we end up 5 maybe. I think you've got Eli and Cooper are going to get wins here, and I think that's about it. I'm not 100% sold on Ando yet, so we'll see. Barsha ripping right now, and ripping's a kind of a metaphor here because he's looking like he's trying to go fast, but he's not actually going fast. Plessinger in 13th, that's strange, but he can also wick it up in the race too. Still nobody improving. I think the track's going away here, and they're not fixing it. They didn't get it fixed up enough here to make it better. I also think it's probably at this point drying out more. It's fairly sunny out there, so I don't think you're getting more traction. I think you're actually getting less traction. So we'll see here what we get, but I don't see anybody doing any better than what we've got up there. So it's all going to come down here to anybody moving in the lower thing here. Oh, Benny Blows up to 18th there. So just like that, boom, we've got AC in 24th. That's weird. Something's wrong. AC must have, the arm must not be feeling it or something today. So we've got a little over a minute left here. Chase is on one again. Let's see if he can. Oh, look, we're getting section times now. He's plus 0.033. Let's see here. Ooh, Sexton to the top, 58.27. Wow. Chase is here to party. And we wondered this. This is something we've been kind of talking about. So you had that first week, him and Tomac both were like, man, the bike was so far off. I mean, Chase did get a third place, but it kind of got gifted to him. And then they both talked about how they've done testing and they've made improvements here between the first week and the next 2. But we haven't got to see it on race day because, plain and simple, it's just been wet out there. So I'm interested to see. Ooh, Mookie's flying. Ooh, it says he's faster. Let's see here. Let's see. Can he keep it up? So here we go. Jump in the whoops. Jump it up. Boom, 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 boom. I really think him and Craig both need off that Husky, though. Like, their styles are just not set up for that steel frame gang at all. At all. So, thanks to all of you that are watching, all 19 of you. Really, really appreciate this, guys. Really appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure to comment down below. We're bench racing here for the next, well, shoot, a little over an hour still, because we're going to cover these LCQs here. So yeah, so make sure to comment. Oof, got stuck behind Hunter there and came up short and did not. Oh, look at that. Ando jumps up to second with a 58.322. That's good. Justin Cooper in fourth is wild to me. Like, how did that? And he goes to the top with a 57.93. Wow. Where does that even come from? You know, I was watching, for anybody who hasn't, I was watching the Yamaha Behind the Gate thing yesterday from San Diego, and watching him get that hole shot, I went, you know, if he starts to figure this out, because let's face it, he has very limited time on the 450 here. He did a few rounds last year and then went outdoors 250, which didn't go the way they wanted it to go because he wanted to win a title. And then he ends up, you know, full-time 450 guy this year. Wow, that is impressive. That 57.9. Only got to get into the 57s. That's wild. And 18th on the bubble there, Benny Blas on the beta there. So Benny's in right now, but we do have 450B and C still. So still the possibility somebody else could jump up there, but we'll see. Yeah, guys, I'm the same way. Yeah, and Justin Cooper's mental. You're probably not wrong about that. He does have, I think he's mentally in one of those situations of if he doesn't get a good start, it doesn't go super great for him. So, but anyway, yeah, so I was watching the Yamaha Beyond the Gate video series, which that's okay. It's not my most favorite vlog series, but at least they're putting something out. Yeah, to see him get that start was pretty wild there from last week. And then, like I said, I think once he figures that out and can get those starts, man, he stands a chance of running up front there. I mean, last year was really good for those few rounds he did, the 4 or 5 he did, where he basically finished 6, 7, 8 every time. So I don't know. Oh boy, now we're watching Hordes Are Us here on Bravo. Fractured Friendships. Some of the shit they put on TV nowadays is just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's Real Housewives and shit. It's unreal. Club MX videos are where it's at for vlogs. They're okay. Lawrence Brothers have a video series too. The Lawrence Brothers video series much more like BAM TV style. It's kind of wild, crazy, all over the place. Tommy, talk about a conflict of interest. Tommy Tenders is doing the video series for the Lawrence Brothers. Can you imagine the conflict of interest last week as his old, really good friend Ando and Jet are fighting? That'd be crazy. Whereas Moran's this week, he suffered, if you didn't watch his vlog, he suffered a crazy practice crash 2 weeks ago. Going through the whoops, rotor bolt backed out, stopped the rear wheel when he went to jump the last 4 whoops. When it stopped the rear wheel, then it broke the chain. So the bike immediately, as he went to jump the last 4 whoops, the bike immediately went asshole over elbows and just pitched him. So he currently has a sprained something in his shoulder. So he's not cleared to race yet. He's been doing cryotherapy and everything, trying to get back here. So make sure to go check my man out there too. Kevin Moran's Mafia, all that stuff. He is looking for help there. Let's listen to Justin Cooper here.
Now, what was that? What were you finding there?
I saw the pit board at a 58.5, so I knew the times were close and we could make a push at the top spot. So that's what we did. We had a clean lap going, and I sidestepped on the bike pretty much, going for it, and I had to regroup and stay in it. It was a wild lap, but yeah, glad to top the board, and good for the confidence. Yeah, we're just got to keep building from here. This is definitely a good start to the day. We got a tough track tonight, really technical, and it's breaking down really bad. So we'll see how it goes with the Triple Crown format. Just 3 good starts tonight would be awesome, and see what we can do.
He's got the speed for it. Justin Cooper, fast time overall, 4:4 speeds.
All right, so Justin Cooper there, your fastest qualifier. Vince Freeze here. Looks like he's getting ready to yank this start. No surprise there for 450 Group B. Anyway, getting back to it. If you guys can go help Kev out, he has a Patreon system set up. You guys can get some cool stuff, get your names on the bikes, all sorts of stuff. He's looking for all kinds of support there, because he does have the cool new rig setup, which is basically the big old fun mover system there. But that was provided for him, but he still has to pay to get it to all the races and pay for a whole bunch more infrastructure there. So he's looking for all the help he can get. So if you got a business or something, make sure to look him up. He's a great privateer to help. We've been with him since 2020. So we've done 20, 21, 22. Oh, big wreck there. So we've done 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24, right? Is that right? 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, now we're in 24. So we're into year 5 here with him. And he's great, man. He's super good for, as far having dealt with a lot of these privateers, and I love all the privateer guys. But there are certain ones that you call and they never call you back. And there's other ones you call and they'll answer, or they'll make sure to call you back, or they'll text you or whatever. And Kev's one of the good guys that will stay in contact with you. So yeah, so he's definitely one to root for. He's definitely one to help out if you can. Lots of ways to do that, so make sure to go check that out. So we got 450 Group B on track here. I don't know that we have, let's see here. Shoot, it's got to run it through. Let's see here. So we got Freeze. Could potentially move up and bump some people. Don't know if Clayson's in here or not. Norin maybe. I'm not sure. I think Josh Hill's in here. So we'll have to see here if anybody comes up, bumps Benny out of that 18th spot there. Chiz is in 17th, so he's probably in. Chiz is one of the faster guys in this group too, so on his Suzuki there, just kicking it. Hey, we're up to 24 people watching. Thank you all for watching. We really, really appreciate it. So let's see here. What do we got in the comments? I do like the Club MX videos too, just so everybody knows. Got a lot of time for Morans, you and me both, brother. A lot of crashes today. I don't know. I mean, we saw that one there, but I don't think it's been too bad. So we've got futures tonight, so that's a crash fest waiting to happen all the time. Anybody remember last year when Deegan decided to just show up and like shit the bed and get a 5th in futures and then come out the next week and just blow our minds in Houston? Good times. We got so much flack last year after that futures race because we were like, man, he is not good. He's not going to do anything, whatever. And then he comes out in Houston and just rides out of his mind. God, who remembers that Houston corner from last year with it, that Deegan did there, where he was just, I mean, he was compressing the suspension going around the corner. It was wild. It was absolutely wild. So, all right, let's see here. Now we're watching Chiz again. Chiz just out here following Freeze around. Interesting choice. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see here. Chiz skimming whoops. Those look like they're breaking down crazily. All right, 2. We're going to 3 onto the table. Pretty easy. Off and then off. Kind of clanked it, but whatever. Here we go around that weird roller corner. And, oh, he screwed up. He's pissed. He's pissed. So, all right, let's scroll back around here. Let's see who we got in 18th still. All right, so Benny's still in 18th. Freeze needs to pick up a little over 10th there. Let's see, 282, is that Cartwright? I believe that's Cartwright, isn't it? No, Bubba Pauly, sorry. Bubba Polly. Bubba Polly is a favorite of Race Day Live. That is 100% guaranteed, proven. God, look at the top of that tabletop for that on, off, off. Weird. Why are the times changing up top here? Can we get our scoreboard together here, Race Day Live? Because Sexton's not at the top. It's Justin Cooper. Oh God, here we go. AMA never changed. Timing's all screwed up. We're not gonna really know. Okay, so continuing on here, just talking about nonsense for 2 hours because that's what we do here on the channel. We got Weege in the booth tonight for the first time, so that's exciting. I'm interested to see how that one goes, because this is his first time in the Supercross booth. So we'll see. Oh, look, now they've totally taken the scoring off, so that's great. We totally know who's in 18th now. Super duper cool. Super duper cool. Yeah, I know, Tars. The timing graphic is now gone because we can't figure that out. 20 or 50 years of Supercross, we can't get a timing graphic in the top corner that actually works. What a joke. Some of this stuff really cracks me up. So fun fact for everybody here, that we'll just, because we're just telling stories at this point. So I had a buddy yesterday who got an invite in to do press day only, and what I mean by that was to go in and film it. Won't say his name or anything, but was chatting with him last night, and he was basically told that, oh, AC's not even on track. What's happening here?
He talked to the team manager, Dan Fahey. At A1, there was an incident with his left hand, and nothing appeared to be broken. He is set to get an MRI early this week. They're going to assess. We know we've talked about AC and some numbness. That is the right hand. This is the left hand, so after they get the evaluation, we'll find out more news, probably midweek, on what the future for AC is in future coming races.
And AAC is out for the night, so that's a bummer. Oh, man. I don't know if they said cracked fingers or what, but AC out for tonight. Anyway, yeah, so I had a buddy who got invited to do press day yesterday, and so I've now found out what the barrier of entry is to be considered, we'll call it an influencer here, as far as Supercross stuff goes. So the press barrier to be considered an influencer and get some press credentials and whatever is 100,000 followers. So guys, I'm going to need you to make some fake accounts, make like 20 extra accounts, go ahead and follow us on all the social medias there, YouTube and Instagram specifically, and yeah, make sure to share us with your friends, tell your friends about us, because we're gonna need some help to get there. We're working our way there, really slowly, but and the numbers this year are way better than they were last year, but we're gonna need some help here. We're gonna need some big help because 100,000 is a lot. It's really funny because you get to 100,000 and you're basically bigger than some of the biggest media people in the industry right now. So that's a interesting characteristic there, an interesting number to just pull out. Back in the day when I was originally trying for a press pass for Supercross, I had heard kind of that you needed, like, we'll call it 10,000 downloads a week or something like that, which realistically for us now is not really a problem. We get pretty close to that when you combine all the numbers together. So I don't know, it's interesting. Do I ever think we're going to get press? Probably not with the current regime that's in there. Maybe when we get to a new one at some point, maybe. But for right now, no way. We're just, you know, what's the term a lot of people use? You're locally hated? No, we're nationally hated at this point. So, but anyway, we got about a minute left here in 450 Group B. We got Scott Meshy on the telly here. And shout out to Meshy. Used to come on the show. I guess he's just a busy guy now, so we'll see. But still fans, still rooting for him. You know, still good to see him out there riding. Much better outdoor rider and Supercross rider. But at least he made the switch to 450s, so he's got opportunity here to you know, race every weekend or whatever. Because at this point, I think he just needs practice and track time as far as Supercross stuff goes. So the fact that he can get on track every week here for Supercross is good for him. and riding for that team Next Level Racing there, which Chris and them, all those guys over there, super great. Kev's rode for him for a lot of years, but Kev was just working his way to his own thing here. And then there is the Stank Dog on the 252 smacker, ripping, flowing, bussing, whatever other term you want to use that the kids are using nowadays. Ooh, we tried to jump over that table. That was interesting. Did not make that. So let's see here. And there is Josh Hill. So I gotta cut Josh Hill some slack here. I gave him some flack in the first round because he showed up to press day. He was talking about how he didn't even have what's it called? He didn't even have the proper numbers or anything. I didn't know. Josh literally bought a new RV that week, and he wasn't really planning to race A1, but he bought a new RV, and then he just happened to be in the neighborhood, and he was like, screw it, we're going to go down and race. So, oh, look, he's got a camera on the front number plate, too. That's pretty sick. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I like that. I like these guys. I think what I'm going to do for everybody here is I'm going to try to go through and put together a playlist of everybody that I kind of know or follow or whatever's vlogs. So we'll have a playlist on the channel that is all the motocross vlog stuff, whether it's the SMX or the Supercross vlog from actual Supercross Live, Beyond the Gate from Yamaha. We'll do Kev's vlog. We'll do Josh's vlog. We'll do the Lawrence Brothers show there, like all of that kind of stuff. So, all right, so 450 Group B is done here. Let's see who made it, who didn't, because we're coming into C Group, but I don't think C Group's gonna pop up and be anything crazy. So Chiz 18th there. Benny got bumped out. Dino 20th there. Let's see if we can scroll more. Cade, Derek Drake, Freddie, AC, who obviously isn't riding, Josh Hill, Jerry Robbins. So bit of a stacked, what's it called here? LCQ coming up. So there's some dudes. Poor Dino with these LCQs. AC injury, Triple Crown. Let's go to the comments here. Triple Crown's always a clusterfuck. Yes, they are. It's awesome. Is that 100K combined or individual? That is an individual. So if I have like 100K on either Instagram or 100K on YouTube, then we can get in the pool to get considered to go in there. That's crazy. Yes, it is. It's a bit ridiculous. Makes no sense at all. None of them have that much. So you'd actually be surprised, like especially on Instagram, there's like quite a few of them do clear 100K in followers, which is pretty good. But the thing is like once you get to about 50, you've got a pretty substantial following at that point, and that's coming from a guy who doesn't have 50 anywhere. We have a little over 16,000 on the Instagram page for the show. We've got just under 10,000 on the YouTube page. So, and I can tell you right now with the amount we get, if you, I can tell you that like I talk to Johnny Hopper a lot, and he's got about I think 40,000 subscribers on YouTube. So the amount of influence that guy has with just 40,000 and the amount of views and stuff, because I've seen some behind the scenes stuff I wasn't supposed to see with Supercross's numbers, how many people actually watch the broadcast, etc. And to be honest, we do more than that in a year typically. So now that's combined like shorts, main videos, everything, but we're very I'll even call it competitive with that. So yeah, so the 100K to me is a lot. It's almost like they're gatekeeping. They're 100% gate. Here's the thing, you got to have 100K, but then as I kind of talked about in the show last week, there's like this company, Gate Drop Now or something, Gate Drop News, something like that. I don't know, some little moto company. And again, I don't have anything against them, but they're at the press, they're in, and their Instagram following is 2,000 people. So it's 100% a gatekeeping thing. And there's not much we can do other than continue to build until we're too big for them to ignore. So that's what we're going to keep doing. So we appreciate everyone who's watching. We appreciate everyone who's following us, everyone who comments, everyone who likes. If you buy a t-shirt, if you go buy anything from any of the sponsors, there's links in the descriptions of all the videos to all the sponsors. So I was just at Holster Co today looking at stuff that goes bang bang and boom boom, and if you guys need, you know, a holster for something like that, make sure to check them out, because they make Kydex holsters, and they're super nice, super sturdy, and hold the holsters hold the bang bang boom boom things very nicely. So let's see here. Can't name 5 that's over 100,000. Well, it's not that hard. Racer X, Swap, Vital, they're all over 100K. Gypsy's over 100K. So maybe not on YouTube, but on Instagram. So yeah, it's not that hard, and we'll get there. We'll get there. It's all in due time. We're doing lots of stuff, and now would be a good time, I guess, for me to bring up, we have 2 new YouTube channels. So we have Moto Aftermath Racing, and we have Moto Aftermath Clips. So if you guys enjoy like the short riding clips that we have, and we're going to do more this year. We're going to do a lot more. Go to Moto Aftermath Racing. That's going to have all of our shorts riding clips of every single privateer, pro rider, any amateur event we go to. All those clips are going to be there. We're posting 6 shorts a day on that channel, so go check those out. Go subscribe over there. And then Moto Aftermath Clips are going to be short videos that we either pull from the show, or I've got a few in mind to actually sit down and shoot separately, that are going to go on there. So make sure to go check those out. We're still going to do the same thing on the main channel we've been doing. We're going to do shorts. We're going to do a couple of the clips from the show every week. We're going to do the main show. All that's still going to be on the main channel, but we have these other channels here, so that if anybody doesn't want to get into, you know, a 3-hour show, or if you just want to see what the highlights are that we pull out of the show that we think are the funnest things to talk about, because there's some things. Our first video goes up on that channel tonight for the Moto Aftermath Clips channel, and that first video is going to be talking something about Jetson, but it's not something that I've highlighted anywhere else. So I'm calling it the anti-Jetson video. Little hint of what's to come with some things. So anyway, so that video goes up tonight. There's one talking about them doing sound testing and how all the teams are fighting over that. That's coming up in a couple of days. So make sure to go check those out. 100K and a pair of knee pads. That's 100% true, man. Huxon win his pro debut at Detroit. I don't think Huxon's going pro yet. Huxon's going to have a career, I feel, a lot like Malcolm, which is at some point I think he'll go pro, but it's not going to be when everybody thinks. So 824 Cowie looks sick. Sure does. Yep, keeping on the same over here. The organization side of the sport don't like the change. Yep. So thanks everybody who is watching here. Again, we are going to we're going to stay live here for the next a little under an hour here, get through these LCQs. So I'm just going to blather on. So if you guys want to talk about something, make sure to put it in the comments there. I've got my beverage of choice here, a little Captain and Coke, because we're driving. We're just in the studio at the house here. So cheers to everybody. Thank you all for coming in and spending your afternoon with me here to watch second qualifyings here. 250C group, or I'm sorry, 450C group on the track right now. 450C group, always good for some crashes, some good content for that. So, and I do like all of the I like all the privateer guys. Like that's not an issue here. These guys just they don't have the time on Supercross. They don't have the time to dedicate to it. So it's a little rough around the edges here, but that's okay. Who is, why am I 65? That is on, like, who's the 2-digit guy in C group here? Oh, Henry Miller. Oh, that's because Henry Miller's riding his 250F, because he is going to ride 250 East here, but he wanted to get a gate drop in a little bit of track time. So will he get that gate drop? Who knows, but at least he's getting track time here, which this is something that I think all of these all these 250 coast guys who are privateers should do is race as many of the opposite coasts in the 450 class as they can. What I mean by that is just go and try to qualify, because at least you're getting track time. So that's at the very least. Do you think Drew Adams wins futures? No, I think Gavin Towers is going to win. But I don't know. I haven't seen anything as far as their qualifying or practice or anything has gone so far. So we'll see when we get there. Could Beaumaire be a Deegan or a Jet? I don't know if he's quite that good. I mean, I guess when Jet first came out, other than the fact that he jumped on the podium and was talking about donuts, he wasn't really like anything superstar. But he's gotten there, so that's good. Oh boy, easy going through those whoops there, big fella. Scotty Winterstorm, easy, big guy. So quite happy listening to you blather on. Thanks. Can't wait for the Vince Freeze controversy this weekend. Is it going to be Vince Freeze, or are we going to see more of Ando and Jet controversy here? Forkner has East Coast on lock. Dude, Forkner's got to make it past the start straight of the first race before we talk anything about him having anything on lock. But can you imagine the mental fuckery going on in Forkner's head? I mean, let's face it. He went pro... Was it the same time? Was it a year before Sexton did? And Sexton's out here already moved to 450s, battled for 2 450 outdoor titles, and has won a 450 Supercross title. And Forkner can't even finish a race in the 250s. Like, you want to talk about just fate? I mean, it is just terrible to see. If Jet gets a start, Ando won't be anywhere. No, that's the thing, is Ando can't keep up with him. Ando has to be in front of him off the start, which, as long as Jet gets starts, which is usually the case, then yeah, Jet just runs away from him, doesn't have to deal with him other than as a lapper. And in that case, if Ando messes with him, I mean, here's the thing, Ando's only going to get away with so much before the AMA is going to step in, which is not the case all the time, but because Jet is the golden boy right now of the series, there is a bit of that going on now, and that's just because he's marketable. We talked about this a little bit last week about, like, we want to grow the sport, we want to expand the sport, we want to transcend the sport, and Jet and Hunter are kind of those guys to do it. You know, they're world travelers, they're very worldly. Michigan local Jace Kessler on screen there, so that's another guy. Killer outdoors, absolutely killer. Supercross, yeah, but currently 50th overall. Jesus, it's crazy. But he is such a killer outdoors. For anybody who doesn't remember, Kessler went pro, was it 20 or 21? And he was riding the 250 class on a bone stock 250 and getting top 10s outdoors, which is wild to think about. And then he blew that up and they moved to the 450 class, and he was still running top 10 in 450 class on a bone stock 450. So that's pretty crazy. That Cowie's sick. Yeah, those throwback Cowies are pretty cool looking. So, let's see here. 2 more minutes here left in Group C. Then we got about, I think we got half an hour maybe before we get into the 250 LCQ here. So we will blather on and talk about a whole bunch of nonsense here between now and then. Thank you all who are tuning in, all 26 of you. Again, guys, we're just kind of sitting here shooting the shit. So if anybody wants to talk about anything, make sure to comment down below. I'll be reading comments off. We'll be chatting about stuff here. So, how many races does anybody think Shimoda wins here throughout the rest of the year? Because I think he's going to start to pick some up here because he's out of the title talk here because of that bike failure. And the thing that sucks is, like, everybody's talking down about Shimoda. He's gone 4-4. And he's had a bike failure. And the bike failure wasn't his fault. Like, that wasn't Joe over-revving it or anything. Like, that bike just shit the bed on the first lap there. So, realistically, 5th place, then he's like 13 points down. He's in the same spot RJ is, which is, it's rough, but he's not out of it. but because of that bike failure, now he's out of it. So anyway, also on bike failure things, anybody hear the scuttlebutt about Phil running his mouth on pulp on Monday about the transmissions in the Yamaha, and now apparently there's talks about fixing that situation, because apparently the transmissions on the Yamahas are not good. I see Prado doing more to grow the sport than anyone when he stays stateside, hopefully in 2025. I do think he is coming in 2025. I think he'll probably race for Gas in 2025, but I'm highly suspect now. He is high on my list of going to Ducati in 26, so we'll see. He's got no contract so far for next year. And I think, as I've spoke about in the show a lot, I think Ducati really wants to make a splash. That's why I think they're going after Kenny for the first year. And I also believe that they're going to really heavily go after the Lawrence brothers. The guy who is in charge of the Ducati motocross segment there for the racing side of things, he is actually the guy that was in charge of the MotoGP. So he didn't leave MotoGP where they're dominating to come over here to the motocross side and get his shit kicked in. So he's going to be here to win, and he's going to have tools and money and everything else. Now, as far as that Ducati bike goes, that thing was revealed this week, and we're going to talk about this again. All this stuff we're going to talk about in the main show. So I apologize to anybody who watches all this stuff that we talk about everything so much, but this is just what happens when you're just shooting the shit for multiple hours in a weekend. But anyway, that Ducati was sick. I really, really like it. I'm kind of going to put in a push here to try to buy one when they come out in 26. But I have a feeling that's going to be a $20,000 bike. So, all right. So 450C group just wrapped up there again. Nothing crazy happened. Look at Prado up there in 9th. That's pretty good. So anybody think he gets inside the top 10 tonight? I mean, good starts. I think his biggest thing is tonight, out of 3 races, he wants to hole shot one. I think that's what he really wants to do, is he wants to hole shot one. Did Phil get some heat from Yamaha? Yes, he did. From what I understand, well, I don't know if it's direct from Yamaha, but I know he got some heat from the team for his comments on Pulp on Monday. Try an aftermath show right after the race ends. We do that, Tars. It's called the reaction show, and it's usually up at this point about 1:30 in the morning Eastern time. So that'd be about 12:30 Central and 11:30 East or Western there. So I do a reaction show. Everybody wants me to do it live, but I don't want to do it live because I just want to record it, get it edited real quick, drop it in the editing software, drop a couple things on it, and then call it a day. So we're going to keep doing that one that way. We did go live last week for the 450 main, so thanks everybody for tuning in. We may do that in future races too, but that's going to be kind of hit or miss. I'm not going to do it tonight for the end of the last 2 mains for the Triple Crown. I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to just watch the race. I'll do a reaction video. It'll go up tonight before I go to bed. Did Rob ever have anything to say about Hunter's performance? He's, let's live show right now. Let's text Coach Rob about that Hunter bet. Oh, hey, Isaac's going to the race tonight. Hell yeah. All right. Answering text on live TV. This is great. Okay, so Coach Rob here. Boom. So how are we feeling about that Hunter bet? All right, we'll see if he gets back to us. Sometimes he's busy on the weekends hanging out with the family or whatever. All right, let's see what we got in the comments here. Lawrence brothers are married to Honda, in my opinion, until more money comes along, and then they're gone, guaranteed. Anybody comes along, offers them more money, they're out. 6:30 Ireland time. Is that AM or PM? Because if it is 6:30, well, what time? Oh, must be 6:30 PM. I think, right? It's gonna be 6:30 p.m. I would think. I don't know. Comment down below again, Patty, and let us know there. Oh, Coach Rob. Oh, Coach has been on the boat all day. What a bragger. Nothing. The fans were asking in the live show. After last week, are there concerns about Jet being mentally weak, bitching at Anderson for nothing after the race? No, I don't think there's any. Number one, he's still a kid, so he's going to grow a lot from this and grow a lot from everything that's been happening here. Number two, I don't think it was mental weakness. I mean, in my opinion, okay, he looked at that veteran guy and was like, "Fuck you." He didn't hesitate, went right up to him, wagged him, "Yo, come here," and then got right in his face, and then wasn't gonna let him go until he heard everything that he had to say. So, no, I don't think there's any sort of mental weakness there. I think for a kid on the stage he's on, with the talent he has, with everything that's happened to him here that we've seen so far, I really think it was emotions getting the better of him, number one, which we've all been there. Dude, when I was younger like that, it would have been crazy to me to be in the position he's in. And emotionally, could I have handled it? Absolutely fucking not. I'd have done stuff like that all the time. So, like, everybody has been getting on him about how he looks like he's crying and stuff there in this helmet. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. It was a huge emotional dump for him, on top of just finishing a crazy 450 race. The other thing you gotta think about is, like, he hasn't faced that kind of stuff yet, and so this is a little bit of new territory for him. I mean, let's face it, he jumped on the 450, he raced Des Nations where he did pretty damn good. Like, I think he won the qualifying race, whatever there, in 22, yeah, in 22 there. Then he, in 23 outdoors, he hops on the 450 for outdoors, and he ends up freaking going 22-0. He goes to Des Nations, does all right, not great, has a bit of a rough weekend, but still okay. He goes the SMX rounds. He's just crushing it in SMX there, letting Kenny win a race, etc., etc. So he really hasn't had to have any of this kind of like, oh God, this isn't going well situation. So I think it was just a big learning curve for him, and I think he'll learn and he'll grow and he'll go through it, you know. Now, as far as the Jason Anderson thing, then this week here, I mean, Ando can say whatever he wants to say, whether it was true or not, who knows. I tend to believe that it was. You know, they're trying to keep everything very even keel there for Jet, because let's face it, Jet is a generational talent. So they want to keep everything kind of even keel, and everyone around him knows, like, you cannot go in and fuck with Ando like that. There's two bikes you can't on that track, the 21 and the 51, because they do not care, neither one of them. Okay, so the team was trying to make it better. Obviously, you know, things have gone the way they've gone or whatever. So it is what it is, kind of. I think at this point, it's kind of like Ando said his piece. He doesn't really want to fight about it. Jet has kind of done his thing. He doesn't really want to fight about it. So I think as long as they don't come together this weekend, it'll be okay. Now, if something happens, they come together, stuff's going to get crazy. I apologize, guys. This has been in the darn thing the entire time. It's my stopwatch, and it's on the floor. It's my stopwatch. Record it for recording time during the week here. So we use everything for everything. So this stand gets used to record all my powder coating videos too. So anyway, let's see here. Oh, 6:30 a.m. for the post race. Okay, well, that makes sense. Let's see here. Just gone midnight here now. Okay, so you guys are about 6 hours ahead of us. Okay, that would make sense then. Gypsy just released a podcast with Ando. I believe he touches on the Jet scuffle. I don't think so. Maybe? I don't know. I have to go look that up. I used to live in Lansborough, Lawrence Brothers' hometown. They put Lansborough on the map, but before Lawrence Brothers, nobody knew what or where Lansborough was. Well, that'll happen, man. All it takes is one person. People handle emotions differently. 100% true. Tim Moore, Brat, back to you. JA21 just said, What am I going to let the kid put his hands on me? Absolutely not. That is true. That is very, very true. And that is where things really got wild, because I believe Anderson was really cool about it. But as soon as Jet grabbed his helmet, like, it was game on. And that's the way it is with anybody. I'm here to tell you, if I'm at the local track and you're jawing me, like, you can jaw me and I'm going to be like, okay, fine, whatever. As soon as you put your hands on me, it's game over for you. Like, you're going to catch Tech 7s to the face is what's going to happen. Like, you're going to be on the ground and you're going to catch Tech 7s. Jet's lucky that Ando is... I mean, they're all lucky, basically, that none of them are fighters anymore. But he's lucky that Ando didn't drop the bike, pull him off the bike, and really start kicking his ass right there. Because that's... I mean, you put hands on, like, we're going. So, top 5 for tonight in the 450s or the 250s RS. So, cheers, everybody. Everybody grab your drink of choice there. We're going to cheers it up here. Got Brayden interviewing Aaron Plessinger right now. AP is such a cool dude, man. He's just different. And I'm very happy that he did not get corrupted into the straight and narrow KTM life there. They've kind of let him do his thing, so... top 5 for 450s. Okay, top 5 for 450s. I'm gonna do this in no particular order because it could be all over the map. But Kenny, Eli, Chase, Jet, and we'll go with Aaron. I think top 5's there. So 10 a.m. in Australia right now. As keen as anything for this round. Also, just letting you guys outside of Oz, we all aren't homers for the Hunter brothers. It's getting full at the moment with a lot of the new fans. Yeah, it's... Hey, man, just wait till it gets to the point like the Deegan people. It's not quite there yet. I'm not sure it'll get there because there's a lot of... It's kind of like now everybody wants Jet to get beat all the time because he's won so much, so I don't know that it'll quite get there. The Deegan people are crazy. Freezy had a burner in B. Yeah, he did. AC has a hand injury to his left hand. His right hand's the one that goes numb. Left hand is injured. So I think he's out for the night is what we got out of the thing. Mitchell, I think Jay Coop is going to be one of the top guys in a couple of years when the mainstay exit. I mean, he'll probably be a top 5 dude at that point. I think right now he's just out that top 5. He's 6, 7, 8 guy with everybody that's there. But I do tend to agree with you as he continues to build and get better. Top 5 guy with podiums fairly regularly all the time. No Mookie bad luck. Got to end. God, I hope so, man. For everybody's sake, we don't need Mookie and Craig to exit stage left here. Let's see here. Remember Ando versus A-Ray? That was highly entertaining. Ando's had a bunch of run-ins throughout the year. Remember when he tried to punch Freezy in the head in the tunnel and crashed? Like, I mean, there is just so much. Do I ever feel bad for Hunter? Yeah, I feel so bad for Hunter. We made a joke about it, and then I told Hunter the joke that we said on the show all the time, which was, man, Jet's brother is a good fucking rider, and Hunter did not appreciate it. So, whatever. No, I don't think there's an issue like that. Seems like Lauren's parents did a deal with the devil for one son to be golden child and the other to have a horrible fortune. I don't know about that, man. Hunter's just, I mean, I guess you're not wrong, but I don't know about the deal with the devil thing. That's in Hollywood, bro, and that's a different podcast. We can't talk about that on YouTube here. I don't think A-Ray even was there. What does that say? I don't think A-Ray even knew there was beef. Probably not. A-Ray was pretty zonked out a lot, and what I mean by that is he hit his head a whole bunch of times, so... yeah, oh yeah, no, I totally said that to Hunter. I ran into him at Redbud 2022 on Friday, and I was walking with him, and I was like, hey, man, we got a podcast. I was like, we got this joke, and we're like, man, Hunter's brother is a really good freaking rider. He did not like it at all. He was like, ha, yeah, good one. And then, like, kept walking, and then I went, oh, crap, I better make better. So I started talking to him about trucks, because he's really into old trucks, and then it was all good. We talked for a little bit as we walked up there. So all these guys are really approachable. If you guys do see him at the races, like, don't fanboy over him. Try to talk to him. I hope I run into Jed at some point here, because I want to talk to him about his cars, because he's got, everybody's seen like the Rolls Royce and stuff, but he's also got, I believe it's an Audi R8, and I think he's got 812 Superfast or something too. And I mean, Hunter's got cars also, but so I'd love to talk to those guys about those cars and what they like about them, what they don't like about them, all that kind of stuff. I think that'd be really, really interesting. So I think Jet just got to learn from Hunter's mistakes. Hunter is a lot more reserved and not Cindy. Very true. Off-topic question: do you listen to Sam Tripoli much? Every single episode he puts out, I am loyal to the foil there, man. I love Tinfoil Hat. Hence the reason we have the TLR Tinfoil Hat segment there. I've tossed around for a long time about doing some other podcasts too that were non-moto related. That is one of them we've talked about, because I have more knowledge up here about that kind of stuff than you guys, than you guys could ever fathom. But there's not enough hours in the day at this point. Let's see here. It's great that you're a fan of him as well. Link, Dino, whatever. What do you want to link to? But what do you want to link to, man? We can link you up to anything. Long live Tatari. Oh boy. Hey guys, we're not. Oh, speaking of that, there's Oppenheimer, which we won't get into the conspiracy theories behind nuclear weapons, but we could. Oh man. I'm glad there's cheers to you guys that are also tinfoil hats there too. Oh boy, now we've got a Mrs. Doubtfire, looks like stage show here. Yep, Mrs. Doubtfire, the new musical comedy. Wow, just what we need, more trannies in the world. So anyway, man, what do you guys want to talk about moto wise here? This would be way easier if Justin would have showed up for the live show, but of course he didn't. We might have Mike from Holster Co. on one of these. I was just there today looking at some stuff, and he said, man, if I'm around on one of these weekends, I'll stop over and do the live show with you. I said, man, that'd be great, because having somebody else to bounce stuff off of here while we're hanging out, always better. Do I watch Joe Rogan? I don't do Joe Rogan as much anymore. I just don't get into Spotify as much, so I have to really think about going there and doing that. So I don't jump into the Rogan as much. I'm an Apple Podcast guy, which I primarily do the podcasts that you can't get on YouTube. Basically, if you wanted to start it off, I am a YouTube guy first, okay? And I did listen to a whole bunch of podcasts off of YouTube, and then I kind of went, man, that's kind of sacrilegious for me, because even though yes, those numbers count, and yes, people look at them, and yes, it helps, the YouTube numbers are really what does it, and the YouTube algorithm pays people, which is great. So it's like, man, I just need to do that. Like, I've even gone to doing like the Moto 60 show, and I think I'm gonna go to doing Pulp MX on YouTube here, just because it's more helpful to the people, and it's the same thing we're doing, and I want to help people and have people help me, which is by watching the stuff on YouTube. Like I said, the podcasts are great. We put everything in the podcast feed. Everybody does. And there's certain shows like Tinfoil Hat that I can't get on YouTube. But anything I can get on YouTube, I like to watch on YouTube first. And then we go to Apple Podcast, and then I go to Spotify there. And like I said, I do enjoy Rogan, and he has a lot of killer people on. I just have gotten so far behind that I haven't been able to listen to much of it, and yeah, there's just a lot to that. Thanks to everybody who is watching, all 28 of you. Again, we're going to be here live through the LCQs. We're going to commentate on those, and then we'll be back later tonight after the race for a reaction video. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Right now we're just shooting the shit here, so anybody who is out there watching, grab your favorite adult beverage or any beverage of choice here for your Saturday. I've got my favorite adulty here with a Captain and Cola, so cheers to that. And yeah, and just comment down below, because like I said, we're just reading comments and talking through stuff. Been a tinfoiler for years, was always called crazy by the fam, but a lot of them are starting to come around. Yep, it's amazing, man. You start to present facts and statistics, man. People will come to it. 450 LCQ going to be brutal? Yes. Yes, it is. Conspiracy theory equals spoiler alert, 100%. Glad to see there's a lot of you conspiracy guys out there. Like it. Really like it a lot. Look up Joe Rogan talking about fighting monkeys. It's effing hilarious. I will definitely do that. Oof. Look at that heavy equipment there. Look at that cat. Oh, man. Look at that cat going through there. So, that's cool. Who the hell is this guy? I probably should know him. He's probably way more famous than me. He's got an HRC shirt on. What is he, a MotoGP guy? Come on, put it on the screen. Oh no, he does Dakar. Okay. Oh, is that Ricky Brayback? Am I a fucking idiot? I probably am. Yes, I am. That's got to be Ricky Brayback. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Full-blown idiot. That's got to be Ricky Brayback, right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. It's okay. How do you think Jet stacks up against the era of RV and Dunge, especially with the likes of Kenny, Eli, etc. were coming into the class? I think he beats Dunge, but RV, man, I don't know. RV, I feel like, is one of the best riders who is the most underrated. Man, he was so good. He would just, God, he just dominated, and it's really weird because he's not like there was nothing flashy about it, but man, was he so good. Barry's Irish Tea at this point, that a boy. I wish the Dakar was easier to follow. Brayback, yeah, I figured that one out quickly there, because I like to look like an idiot. So let me grab something here, guys. Just a sec. All right. So as long as we are killing time here, we've got a new sponsor who I think is gonna be coming on the show. Local graphics company here. So he sent us a set of graphics to test out. So I got to put these on this weekend here. A little sneak preview for you guys watching on the live show there. So he kind of, he asked what we wanted, and I basically told him, like, look, here's the bike I got, here's the color scheme I got, which for any of you who've watched anything, I ride a 2021 YZ250F. It is gray plastics, white and gray seat there. And so I kind of gave him the colors. I sent him a few of the sponsor logos, and was kind of like, hey man, go wild, you know. So he did. They look really good. Like I said, we're gonna install a couple of them here. I'm not gonna do it live because I am terrible at doing this. Plus I need a heat gun, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. So we'll I'm gonna get a couple of those installed, and hopefully we'll be able to announce them for sure here. Coming up this week on the show here. I'm actually going to fire off an email to him here after we get done with the live show to kind of see what he wants to do. But they look really good. The bike's going to look killer. I'm super pumped. I'm gonna plug their company whether he comes on or not at least once, because he did send me the free set without asking really any questions. But that's what we do with sponsors. We don't really like to promote anybody we don't fully believe in, so I like to check stuff out. I've got a couple other sponsors who are interested, and I basically was like, yo, send some stuff over. Let's see what you got, you know? So we'll see here. Thoughts on how fat and bulky the Ducati 450? It looked fat and bulky to you? I don't know. Did you see a top view or something? Because I have not yet. Any luck finding that FMF pipe for you after your bike? No, not yet. Nobody's hit me up with a pink one. You know what? We can go on eBay. Let's live eBay here right now. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, not now. Let's see here. 2021 YZ250F exhaust. Boom. There we are. Let's see here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Here's the other problem. I'm really poor right now, so like I would make it happen if somebody really did have a pink one, or that purple, pink, whatever, the anodized one that they had last week. If we did find one, I'd totally be making something happen that I shouldn't. But I haven't seen nor heard of one yet. So we'll keep looking. We'll keep on it. I would like to get an exhaust for that bike. But there's a high probability there's going to be Ducati 450 in my life here within the next couple of years. So, because I'm super interested to get that, try it out. So, Ducati needs some bigger number plates. No. Do you Cerakote? Yes, we do. What do you want to do, man? We do Cerakote. It's not our primary occupation. We primarily powder coat anything we can. But if you got something you want Cerakote or absolutely need Cerakoted, we can definitely help with that. Thanks to everybody who's watching right now. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody. I really appreciate everybody who's been watching all the shows, all the lives, everything like that. Like, our numbers this year are absolutely crushing compared to last year. So thanks everybody. Really, really appreciate it. Cheers to that, you know. All right, so we got Weege and RC in the booth tonight, so that's cool. Weege is pretty standard at this kind of stuff, so shouldn't be anything super wild or crazy. Why do you like the micro number plates? What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean. Great content, bro. Yeah, sorry, man. We're filling time here before these LCQs. There's a lot of time. There's still, I mean, there's a dozer on the track still, and all the people for track walk, so we don't have we don't have a lot of options. And with nobody here, I don't really want to stop and then do another live for the LCQs. We might as well just keep talking. That's all there is to it. Might as well just keep talking. It's Saturday. I got nothing else to do. Just got purple rims for the 50th anniversary Yamaha. I was thinking of goldish on the stock hubs. So here's the thing with the gold on the stock hubs, like, so we can Cerakote them, but it's not going to be, like, if you're looking for that translucent gold, you need to either have them anodized, or if they're polished already, we could do some sort of, like, translucent gold powder coat on them. But as far as, like, Cerakote's going to be a solid color. Cerakote's not really made to have, like a reflective base and then a translucent color. So I get this quite a bit. So the translucent colors you see on the hubs are anodized usually. Some sort of hard anodizing or regular gold anodizing, something like that. So, oh, here we go. Oh, we're talking. Ooh, okay. So there's Ando made contact with Jet there. So I did kind of miss that. And then Jet kind of side swipes Ando, and then Ando's blocking. Okay. So now, seeing all of this, which I haven't watched all of this here other than I guess when the race was going on last week. Yep, and here we go, and now he's trying to talk to Ando, like, yo, bro, and then, oh, and Ando gets, okay, so Jet does stop him and is like, hey, man, and then, yep, now we're grabbing helmets there. Okay, all right, great, and look at Rod Bell just stop. Hunter goes away, which is weird. Like, bro, Hunter, that's your bro. You gotta stay in that, bro. So anyway, so if you're looking for a translucent gold on your hubs, probably some sort of powder coat or anodizing is what we would need to do. We don't do any anodizing. You gotta send that stuff out. We can't even get, I just found this out yesterday, in Michigan, I'm not even allowed to own the chemicals for proper hard anodizing. So not much we can do there, but we can powder coat them if you want to, but that's a whole nother thing in itself. Oh, the side number plates. I just think that's the way it is, man. Like I just think those are going to get smaller and smaller here as we go. The exhaust, I think, is the next thing to get smaller, so we'll see where we end up with that. But there's definitely some interesting looks on some interesting bikes. Now, the Beta one's super interesting too, so... Oh, you meant that as a compliment. Well, thanks, Patrick. Really appreciate it, man. I mean, I feel like I'm just sitting here blabbing away, so it's nice that anybody wants to even remotely watch this. Hopefully Hopefully that phone doesn't die. This is my old phone we're watching here, so hopefully my phone doesn't die before we get through these LCQs, or I'm gonna be real pissed about this. I haven't figured out the big camera setup yet for lives, but I will definitely work on it. It's in my wheelhouse here to figure out and try to make happen. So so far Stark seems pretty rad. Just saw AJ Catanzaro test it. He loves it. Says faster lap times is 450. Yeah, so the electric bikes are interesting. I think they're going to be more of a novelty here for the next several years. But I do think they're interesting. I'll be interested to try to ride one. I'm trying right now to get an invite to ride the new Triumph in the spring, because there's a few locally that I know of. So I'm trying to get an invite to ride that. So we'll see. Weege and Bubba would be great together. Ricky's whiny nasal voice drives me off the wall. Yeah, Stu is going to be select rounds for Super. Not going to do all. Actually blocked last week, so that was interesting. You're doing a great job, Solo. Man, really appreciate it. Rode the Stark, awesome bike, really impressed. Like I said, I'm super interested to ride one. I'm not going to buy one at this point. I do like the electric stuff for things like dirt bikes. We just got into personally here at home electric scooters, and so just a little story on that, because I know a lot of you guys do that kind of stuff. So my daughter, we started her on one of the Razor electric dirt bikes. I believe it was the 200 model, so it wasn't the smallest one. It was kind of one in the middle there. It wasn't the biggest one either, right? So it was one in the middle. It was super good. Lasted us for like 4 years. I changed the battery in it after like 2 years. And then at the end, basically, I think the charging port or something in the electronics wore out. Wouldn't even charge. So whatever. But that was really good. It was really great. She learned to ride on it. It was good. And then by the time she was done here, she would just whip it around and like ride it with her bicycle helmet on, whatever. Anyway, so this year for Christmas, we kind of decided like, oh, we're going to swap out, because we got rid of LCQ privateer payout, pay to the order of TJ Albright. I don't understand. Okay, why is TJ Albright getting $1,000? I don't know. Anyway, we're getting ready for 250 LCQ. But anyway, back to the story here. So we decided we were going to get her an electric scooter. We went to Florida at the end of December. She really wanted to ride the electric scooter. I told her she couldn't because she didn't know what she was doing. So we were like, okay, we're going to get one. So we got her one of the Razor electric scooters, 48 volt, because it would last longer than 24 volt. It's not very good. I wouldn't recommend, because you have to like push it to like 3 miles an hour to get it going. Now, I did go and buy one of the, so once we got that, then her cousin was over, and then we needed 2. So I went that day to Sam's Club and bought one of the, shoot, it was a different brand. Now I'm gonna blank on it. Crap. Anyway, I bought a different brand. Shoot, God, what did they had the little 2-wheel things that you stood on and made you, Segway. I bought one of the Segway scooters, electric ones, rated for up to like 140 pounds, okay? So it was basically, I was like, here, Ashley, now you can ride it, whatever. It actually hauls my big ass around, which is amazing. And that one, super sick. It was like $200 at Sam's Club, well worth the money, would highly recommend. The Razor scooters, would not recommend, but the Razor electric dirt bikes, I would. Okay, we're getting ready to go here. 250 LCQ here. Let's see what we got. 30-second board sideways. We're down, and gate drop. Here we go, baby. Taking the top 4 into the mains tonight. Wow, who is that right there with the hole shot? Ooh, Ghostbusters with the sponsorship there for the hole shot. Hole shot winner. Look at that. TJ Albright? No way. Oh, big wreck. Big wreck. Big wreck. Big wreck. Oh, that was Albright that was down. So Albright gets the hole shot and then is down. So who's on that Cowie right there that is leading? Yeah, it's crazy. We can't get a timing and scoring window here. All right, let's see. Okay, so Albright gets the hole shot. He comes into the corner there. And... okay, yep, that's not how you do it. Well, that was interesting. Wise went up to kind of like try to make a pass, and like that just didn't work. So, all right. So leading the way here for the LCQ, we've got Verola. Oh, is this the HBI Racing kid? I think that's the HBI Racing kid. Good for him, out there leading. I think this kid made the main last week. I think he missed it at A1. I'm not sure if he made it in San Fran. So good for him if he makes this one too. God, those whoops look terrible. Oh, God, those are going to break down so bad tonight. So bad. So we got Verola, we got Max Sanford, we got Matthias Jorgensen, and we've got, oh, yes, Billy Laninovich. Billy, please make it. I want you to make a main. Please. Lance Kobush out there. Sad. Super sad. All right, so Laninovich is in 4th. Come on, baby. Do it for us Team VRM guys here. Let's see here. Weege and Bud. Dude, you're doing a great job. Thanks. Road Stark. Awesome bike. Greenwall got him. Billy F'd my fantasy this week. Yeah, well, at least you can play fantasy. Like, fuck this. I don't like the Pulpamex fantasy that we can't play. I understand legally. I don't blame Pulp. It's just annoying that we can't play. So, because I would be so much more into these LCQs like I used to be when I was playing that. So, anyway, okay, looks like we got Trey Fierro in 5th here. He looks like he is a few seconds behind Billy. So Billy, just hold it together, baby. Team VRM. There's TJ Albright. See, that was weird. That's why I got confused, because it said TJ got the whole shot. But I'm like, TJ rides Blue Crew, so I don't understand who this Kawasaki is. Billy, why are your toes pointed out? I know you're faster than me and like you would crush me riding anything, but I feel like your toes are pointed way out there, bro. So anyway, here we go. Looks like Max Sanford got around Verola there, so hopefully that Verola kid makes it. HBI Racing also has a vlog, pretty good. I enjoy watching it, so I like those guys too. They're just moto people, you know, putting together a team and allowing guys to go racing here, so that's cool. And here's the thing that's frustrating. You see TJ Albright right there, and he is just running with these top guys because he's fast enough to do that. And had he not gotten eaten alive by that green wall on the start there, he would be probably leading this race, so, and making the main. So anyway, who is 245? Oh, Matthias Jorgensen. Okay, so Verola's going backwards here. But it looks like, even though he's going backwards a little bit, it still looks like they are going forwards from Fierro and everybody else. So Billy's got about 6 seconds there. He's in the final transfer spot. So that's good. Nagy. Look at old Nagy. Alright, let's see here. You guys got any comments? Just take a quick drive to Wisconsin. Doesn't work like that. My buddy was trying to use a VPN to play fantasy and say he was in a different state, and that didn't work either. So, unfortunately, we're just effed until we can play. So, we'll see. But, alright, so we got rundown top 4 here. Max Sanford, Matthias Jorgensen, is it Slade Parola? I don't remember. I'm probably getting that wrong. Sorry. And we got Billy Laninovich there, bringing up 4th place, man. So that's super cool. Let's see. LCQ winners: TJ Albright, Nate Thrasher, Josh Faries. Sweet. Now we're gonna add. Oh boy, Verola. Take it easy, buddy. Let's just make the main here. All right. So Billy's got almost 10 seconds there on 5th place, so he should pretty easily send it in here. Oh look, Coach Rob's texting me back. Let's see here. Alright. Coach says that Hunter's still having some health issues. And he's reached out to try to help, but No dice so far on that, so take that information for what it's worth there. No surprise there either. There's a lot of that happens nowadays with all the shit they put in your food. If you haven't listened to Tinfoil Hat about that, please go check it out. So, let's see. Man, I'll be stoked if Billy makes the main. Me too, man. I've been waiting for this all year, and it looks like he's going to. Last lap, we've got 10 seconds on 5th place, so I think we're going to be okay. So yeah, so this will be cool, dude. Billy Laninovich going to make the main here at 40 years old. That is absolutely wild. We got Max Sanford here and Matthias Jorgensen on the gas, and hopefully Matthias is smart enough to know we're all in it, so just don't do anything fucking dumb. Okay, and here we go. Max Sanford with the green leader lights can take the win, the 250 LCQ. Hell yeah. For Rolla, and there we go. Billy Laninovich, 4th place, 40 years old, the number 132, making the effing main. Team VRM all the way, baby. Love it. Love it. TJ giving him a thumbs up there. That's good sportsmanship, buddy. Thank you. Dude, everybody's pumped, dude. 40 years old. Can you imagine that? So look out. We'll see Chad Reed next weekend, guaranteed. Chad Reed will be here next week to try to make it at 40 or 41, whatever. So, dude, I never thought Rob was so deep in the pro scene. Super cool to know now. Rob is way deeper. Like, the thing is it's not very hard to get information. A lot of these guys hang out at tracks, and people know people, and, you know, this is their family, their friends, etc. So, like, it's not really hard to get information on people if you just are nice and talk to people. So, but yeah, Rob is a lot deeper in the pro scene than what anybody knows. So, Hunter seems to suffer from illness, which are common side effects of EPO. Maybe, we'll see. I don't know about the EPO thing. So, okay. Max Sanford. Crazy that he switched. Didn't he switch from a KTM to that Cowie like in the between the 1st and 2nd round or something? That's wild. So, thanks everybody who's watching. Really appreciate it. Again, I've been rolling through here, so I appreciate everybody who's been listening to me blabber on and on and on and on here. So, just looking at that banner there behind Max. Triumph makes their debut next week. How's everybody think they're gonna do? First off, does Little Red Dog just get to race Supercross? Like, he doesn't have to do anything? It's just like, oh, okay, we're cool. Like, he's got his pro card or what? I'm going to have to do some digging on that. Because I'm interested to know. Because he hasn't really done anything. I mean, he came to, like, 1 Futures race. Holy shit, Justin Cooper. Just feet off the pegs, drag you off the back there. Wow. Man, he is ripping. I'll tell you what, I don't know what setup they got on that thing, but he sure is ripping that that 450 there. That's wild. So, anyway, yeah, do we think Little Red Dog is gonna race East next week, or is he coming in after that with the Futures race, wherever that's at? I don't know. It's interesting. And then we got Swole, obviously going to make the debut for Triumph next week, so we'll see how that goes. That beta has a stock pipe on it. Like, is this real life? I'm confused. God, Benny is such a tall dude. It's unreal how big he looks on basically every bike ever. Huh. Anyway, E-post shit, yeah. Did you see Whiskey video about peptides? Pretty interesting also. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. These guys can use them if they really want to, if their numbers are low. So if you, for example, have low test and you take tests to get your numbers up to normal, that's not cheating. You're just getting up to normal. So there's an interesting kind of stigma with using EPOs or any of that kind of stuff. Like there's Jason Anderson. I'll go ahead and throw out the front number plate graphic. I like how they're also killing time. Well, we're killing time waiting for these LCQs. Monster Mash Party. Anybody go to those? I do not. It's not my thing. And to correctly answer your question there, we came as omens. I do not watch most of the Whiskey Throttle stuff. I just don't have time. There's a certain amount of stuff in certain places I go to get information during the week, and that's just not one of them. So, anyway, Derek Drake wins the privateer payout there from Rocky Mountain. So that's pretty cool. They must just draw a random one. So pretty cool there that they're giving away $1,000 to a privateer. I think I heard about that actually. Yeah, so $1,000 to a privateer in the LCQs there. So that's pretty cool. Man, this track is really thrashed, which means by the end of the night tonight, it's going to be absolutely terrible. Poor Dino. Huh. Poor Dino. In the LCQ. Who is wearing the Jeff Gordon DuPont jacket back there? Classic. Classic. Anybody ever heard that song? Jeff Gordon's gay. It's a radio song somewhere. So, alright, let's see here. AC is out for tonight. Paulatelli's a huge dude. Jesus. You see Paulatelli there compared to all those other dudes. He is massive. It's crazy. So, you killed the time better. Thanks. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I feel that. I watch you, Hopper, and Pulp. We need to get back in the Friday lives. I don't really ask to be on Johnny's show. I just let Johnny come to me when he, needs somebody there, and he tries to keep me pretty regular because, according to him, the numbers are pretty good when I'm on the show. So I appreciate every time he has me on the show. I love talking to those dudes. I text them quite frequently. So yeah, so that's all there is to it. I don't beg to get on there. I'd love to be on it every week. I think it'd be great, but I don't beg to be on the show. It's I have to work at some point too. So until I make enough money doing this, which hopefully we'll get there, we're kind of just doing this as we can. So every 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever it is that Johnny asked me to be on, it's great, and I really appreciate the opportunity. So I appreciate everybody who's watching here. 450 LCQ. Here we go. Last race of our live show here today. Sweet. Here we go. Is that Drake with the hole shot? Drake, since he's gotten his heart situation fixed, is such a better dude. And here comes that 22 green machine there. Alright, so let's see here. We got Drake. I don't know who's in second there. Norn in third. Ripping. 636. Who is that? Oh, man. Oh, Dino. Ah, shoot. Shoot. Poor Dino. This is about how Dino's year is going. It's just not stupendous. Poor Dino. Okay, let's see where Dino rips up to here. Alright, so there's Dino. He's in like 4th or 5th, right behind Benny. Benny and him make contact, and he goes down. Nothing he could do there. That was a little bit on. It was basically on Dino, man. Like Dino didn't give him enough room, so nobody Dino can really blame but himself. Just kind of a racing thing. So anyway, Derek Drake still. Oh boy, hold on to her, bud. Kalatzian. Okay, cool. So we got Derek Drake leading, Kalatzian in second, Nor in third, Robin 4th. Benny is in 5th. John Short there. So all the beta factory team there still outside. Ooh, Clayson's not going to make this. He is down in 21st. Oh, he's 81. So he went down there with, what's it called? With Wilson. Now Clayson's up to 17th. That doesn't make any sense with Wilson still in 21st there. Let's see here. Nothing else really crazy. So, alright. So we're watching Jerry Robin, who is on the bubble here. No problem with doing the lives, guys. You guys keep watching. I'm going to keep doing them. If the numbers start to fall off, then I won't. But for right now, we're just going to keep plugging away and doing them. Ooh, there we go. And Benny goes up, makes a pass on Jerry there, and that's all she wrote. And now we're going to have a boring last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of this LCQ. I cannot believe Beta. Oh, who went down? Oh, Freddie. Oh, Freddie. And he's on a tough block. Oh, that's terrible for him. Oh, it's terrible. Poor Freddie. Poor Freddie. And John Short is now in. Wow. Wow. Can you believe those Betas have stock exhaust? Like, we couldn't find anybody to make us exhaust. No FMF, no Akrapovic, no Yosh, nobody, no Pro Circuit. Nobody can make a pipe for us. We just got to run OE pipes, big silver tubes. Man, poor Freddie going down. That sucks. Typical of Freddie, but that's... Was that Cade that went down with Dino? Yes, it was. That pipe is hideous. Yes, I mean, it's stock. That's all there is to it, so... Man, no way John Short makes this main. That just... Oh, and who's behind him? Rod Bell. Come on, Rod Bell. I just like to see Rod Bell. I've talked to Rod Bell. Cool dude. Smoking hot chick he's got. So, let's see him make the main here. Got Drake still leading. We got 1 minute and 16 seconds left here. So we'll see how this goes. Cheers to everybody here. We're going to wrap this up real quick after this 450 LCQ is over. And we'll see everybody back later tonight for the reaction show. Anthony Rodriguez is out. Clayson up to 18th. Wilson up to 11th. But there's just no way. He's still got 10 seconds. And he's got two laps. Maybe 3. I don't know. Maybe. He's going to have to be ripping though. Because he is, let's see, he's 26 seconds back, so he's not quite, he's 11 seconds behind. Let's see here, and then we got Blows and Galatzian. So, alright, let's see here. Wilson's still 26 seconds back. Dino, you can make it if you try, buddy. I don't know. Like, Dino's fast. I just don't know if Dino's that fast. Alright, so here we got, oh boy, Rod Bell is coming for Short. He is coming for Short. Let's see here. I wonder how they ended up with John Short as the filling guy. Like, we didn't have anybody else. Like, not a single person. I'm confused. So looks like we got the white flag lap out here. I don't think Wilson's going to have time. I don't think he's going to have enough time. Maybe give him like 2 more laps. Maybe. But I don't think he's got enough time. Made up to 10th there. He's still 10 seconds behind though. Yeah, he's not making any time. So barring like a big pile up here. But it's going to get interesting here for this final transfer spot. Rod Bell is coming. And there you go. Oh, Rod Bell. That was a terrible, terrible time. And is Freddie going to get in now? No way. No way. Freddie crashes out. Oh, wait. Who did Rod Bell... Oh, did Rod Bell didn't take John Short down? But held him up enough that Freddie's going to get in. And now we got a split screen watching the same thing. All right, great work. And there's Drake winning. Now let's go back to this 4th place battle here. So Freddie looks like he's stretched. Oh boy. Oh boy. Final corner here. Oh, who is flipping through the air there? I don't know. Yep. Nope. And Freddie's going to get in. That'll boy. All right. So Freddie's in. Short is out. So here's the Rod Bell thing. Let's see what happens here. So Rod Bell just goes straight for the kill. Boom. And, yep, Rod Bell, that was a terrible thing. Patience, you could have had him in the next corner or something, probably. Been just 2 feet closer there. Man, I don't know who went flipping there in that last section either, but man, that was crazy. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Extra long show today here because of this being a Triple Crown. So again, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below if you guys want to continue to see me do this. And we will do our best to continue these. We're going to go, like I said, at least through next week. Next week we will be at Detroit. So if you guys see us, make sure to say hey. We're going to do the live stream for the second qualifying down there too. So thanks everybody for tuning in. See everybody next week.